Okay guys, so cryptocurrencies have been on fire. I don't know if you guys have seen XRP, which is up like 3x in the past week or so. Dogecoin is up around 2000% since the beginning of this year. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are still moving up, although not as rapidly as the rest. Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrencies, they're all in the mainstream media. And in my opinion, I think we're probably nearing the end of the crypto boom. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that I just found out about Hive blockchain. So I think you'll want to stick around and see. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, so leave a like down below if you enjoy this video format. If you guys are new here, my name is Daniel, and here on this channel, we talk about stock market investing. So if you're Canadian and love stocks, then consider subscribing to my channel. And right now, currently, because we're talking about Hive, I'll be fully transparent with you guys. I own around 650 shares of Hive in my Wealthsimple Trade personal portfolio. Outside this portfolio, I still own about roughly another 1,500 shares of Hive. So I've got a pretty sizable position in this company. However, I will be changing my strategy in the next couple of weeks, maybe even tomorrow if the prices are favorable. My plan is to sell out of most of my Hive because I found this interesting pattern that I'm going to show you right now on my computer. So let's go there. All right, guys, so right off the bat, we've pulled up the charts of Hive, Bitcoin, as well as Riot blockchain, just because Riot's one of the biggest Bitcoin miners in the USA. So the candles is actually Hive's stock price, the yellow chart is Bitcoin's, and the blue chart is Riot blockchain's. And something interesting to note, we've actually went back to 2017 when the previous bull run of Bitcoin happened. Here you can see in early 2017, Bitcoin was rising and making its parabolic run. However, if you look at Hive blockchain stock, it made an even more parabolic run, all the way up to highs of $6.75. And notice that it peaked before Bitcoin actually peaked. And currently right now, if we look at where we are in 2020 or 2021, we can see that Hive actually peaked in 2021 of February at around $7.25. And since then, it's dropped back down and traded sideways, just like it did back in 2017 or late 2017, before it actually fell dramatically as Bitcoin crashed. So right now we can see that Bitcoin is running ahead of Hive and it's still going up. So we might be in around this phase of the Bitcoin bull run where it's making its final leg up and Hive is just staying kind of flat. Riot blockchain though was actually pretty much trading in step with Bitcoin. You can see that it rose here and actually peaked when Bitcoin peaked. And then when Bitcoin actually had a little bit of a drop and a retracement back to close to all-time highs, then we can see Riot also had a peak before dropping all the way down. So currently we can see Riot blockchain again is also following Bitcoin fairly closely, where it's peaked over here and then came back down, shot even higher to new all-time highs, has come back down, and potentially will continue to skyrocket up as Bitcoin makes its final climb to new all-time highs. So I think this is where we are in the cycle where we're reaching the last climb of Bitcoin before it falls back down by about maybe 60 to 70%. Now this is all chart technical analysis. This may or may not happen, but this is just historically what has happened. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. One last thing I want to talk about here is the stock to flow model, which has pretty accurately predicted the boom and the bust of Bitcoin. I honestly hope that Bitcoin doesn't have its crashes, but at this point, I would probably assign 80 to 90% that we will have another cryptocurrency crash like we did in 2017 as well as 2014 where we see on these charts. This is a stock to flow model by Plan B, and basically what stock to flow is the amount of stock or the amount of Bitcoin out there divided by the flow, so the amount of Bitcoin or newly minted Bitcoin that's coming onto the market. And you can see every 4 years we have a halving event, which dramatically increases the stock to flow because the flow gets cut in half. So when flow gets cut in half and the stock remains relatively steady, then we get a pretty rapid increase in the stock to flow. And during this rapid increase, we have a huge increase in the price of Bitcoin. However, once the stock to flow kind of levels off, this is when Bitcoin has its major crash. So currently we're near the end of the Bitcoin bull run. Perhaps according to the stock to flow model, we may be ending up at somewhere just over 100K and it drops back down to maybe 50 or 30K. Not really sure, but based on this chart, we know we're going to be in for some sort of huge drop. If you guys want to find out more news on Bitcoin, I highly recommend you guys go check out the blockchain backer. He's actually got very in-depth analysis on the whole cryptocurrency market, and he's super bullish on XRP. And people who've been following his tips, they have done really well and actually transitioned from Bitcoin over to XRP at the perfect time. So definitely go check out his channel if you are a crypto bull. This video is not saying anything bad about Hive's business. It's just that the stock market has pushed their price up way too high for my personal liking. I feel like the risk versus reward at this point right in this time, based on my analysis of the charts as well as just looking at their business fundamentally, things don't really look like they're favorable for investors, and personally that's why I'm seeking to get out of most of my position. I'll probably still hold a little bit of the stock just in case the stock does pop up maybe to the $6 or $7 range, but beyond that, my personal opinion and based on history, I believe the crypto market will crash once again, and again that will take Hive stock down with it. So for that reason, that's why I'm looking to de-risk my portfolio and actually sell out of some of my Hive position. Now I know that many of you guys out there do hold Hive stock, but sometimes we gotta take a look at our stocks realistically and see how much return they can give. I'd honestly love to hear your opinion on whether you think Hive is still a hold, buy, or if you're selling Hive as well. So this is no harm, no foul for people who are still invested. This is personally what I'm doing and just wanted to let you guys know because I have been talking about the stock. Honestly, out of all the crypto mining stocks out there, I still think Hive is probably one of the best run companies. And the reason why I think it's a best run is because they're not only just doing blockchain mining or mining for Ethereum, they're trying to do some very innovative things like turning off their miners when electricity is being in high demand. For example, in the morning when every girl out there is using their hairdryer. So Hive will offload their electricity grid load onto the main grid so that people can use that electricity during peak times. And during off hours when people are like asleep or just winding down for the night, that's when electricity is used a little bit less, and therefore Hive is going to be consuming electricity that is already going to go to waste anyways. So overall, I do love the company and the strategy, but personally, their valuation is a little bit too rich, which is why I'm deleveraging. Anyways, that's a short video I have for you guys today. If this is the first time you've heard about Hive, there's two videos on the screen right here, part 1 and part 2 of my Hive analysis. This was done back in the fall of 2020. If you want to check that out, I'll see you there. If not, keep up the grind and have a great day.